Have you ever noticed something strange about your own mind? The moment anger appears, you immediately say, "I am angry, but I should not be." The moment fear arises, another voice inside begins fighting it. When jealousy appears, another part of the mind starts judging it, suppressing it, or trying to escape from it. We have lived with this inner battle for so long that it feels completely normal. But what if this endless conflict is based on one simple illusion? What if the person trying to control anger is not actually separate from anger? What if the observer and the thing being observed are one and the same? This was one of the most revolutionary insights shared by Krishnamurti. It is not merely a philosophical statement, but an invitation to look directly into your own mind. Osho also explored this mystery from his own perspective, encouraging people to become deeply aware instead of blindly reacting. Although their language and methods differed, both challenged the ordinary way we think about ourselves. If this insight is understood, not just intellectually but directly, it can completely change the way you experience conflict, relationships, and even your own identity. Imagine standing in front of a mirror. You see your reflection and instantly recognize it as yourself. You never mistake the reflection for another person. Yet when thoughts appear inside the mind, something curious happens. A division is created. There seems to be a thinker separate from thought, an observer separate from fear, an experiencer separate from pain. We say, "I am watching my thoughts," as though there are two different entities inside us. Krishnamurti questioned this assumption with extraordinary seriousness. Is there really a separate observer? Or is that observer itself another movement of thought? Instead of accepting the answer from anyone else, he asked people to investigate this within themselves. Think about the last time someone insulted you. Perhaps a colleague ignored your work, a friend broke your trust, or someone left a harsh comment online. Instantly, anger arose. Along with that anger came another voice saying, "I shouldn't feel this way." We play conversations that happened decades earlier. We imagine revenge, justify ourselves, or blame others. Why does this happen? Memory creates an image of ourselves, and that image constantly demands protection. Whenever the image is threatened, conflict begins. The observer who claims to defend us is actually this accumulated image built by thought. This becomes even clearer in relationships. Imagine a husband saying, "I know my wife completely," or a wife saying, "I know exactly who my husband is." What they often know is not the living person standing before them, but an image collected over years. Every argument, compliment, disappointment, and expectation has built a psychological picture. From then on, they react mostly to those images rather than to each other. The observer looks through memory instead of looking directly. Real communication becomes difficult because two images are talking instead of two human beings. Social media has amplified this tendency. We create digital identities, compare ourselves with strangers, and carefully protect the image we project online. Every like strengthens the image. Every criticism threatens it. Soon we are no longer living freely but constantly defending a psychological character created by thought. We become observers protecting an illusion, yet the observer itself is only another part of that illusion. Imagine watching clouds move across the sky. The sky does not argue with the clouds. It does not say, "This cloud is good and that cloud is bad." It simply allows them to appear and disappear. Human thought rarely functions this way. Instead, every feeling is immediately labeled, analyzed, accepted, rejected, or compared. The movement becomes so automatic that we hardly notice it. Krishnamurti invited us to watch this entire process without interfering. Not because passivity is a virtue, but because only then can we see what is actually happening. This kind of observation is not indifference. If you accidentally touch a hot stove, you naturally pull your hand away. Intelligence acts immediately where physical danger exists. Psychological conflict is different. Most suffering continues because thought divides itself into observer and observed, creating endless resistance. Seeing this division clearly is itself a form of intelligence. History offers many examples of people whose identities became prisons. Kings believed they were their crowns. Generals believed they were their victories. Scholars believed they were their knowledge. When those identities were threatened, fear and violence followed. Yet history also remembers individuals who questioned the very structure of the self. Their freedom did not come from accumulating more power, but from understanding the machinery of thought itself. Perhaps the greatest obstacle is our desire for certainty. We want fixed answers, permanent beliefs, and comforting conclusions. But direct observation requires humility. It asks us to admit that we may not know ourselves as well as we imagine. Every conclusion about ourselves becomes another image, another observer claiming authority. The next time anger appears, instead of asking how to control it, simply look, not with judgment, not with condemnation. Notice how quickly thought says, "This is my anger." Notice how memory begins searching for reasons and justifications. Observe how another thought appears claiming to be the controller. Watch the entire movement without choosing sides. You may discover something astonishing. The observer is not standing outside the experience. It is part of the experience itself. This discovery cannot be borrowed from a book, a teacher, or a video. It has no value as mere information. Krishnamurti repeatedly emphasized that truth is a living fights another.